Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our weekly style snack. I know this is not our usual day, and I want to thank you for being patient with me. I usually do these style snacks on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But as many of you know, we are in the middle of a cross country move, and we're not in our new home yet. And so yesterday we had to meet with our realtor so that we could hold on. We could finalize some paperwork. Our inspection period ended yesterday, so we had to send some documents back, and we had to meet about that and go through some things. So, yeah, I did not do this on my normal day, but usually you can find me here on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, it's just I'm in a new time zone, so I'll be saying good afternoon instead of good morning, and things will just be a little different on my side, but not so much for you. And I want to just quickly before we start today's style snack, I want to remind you about a few things. Our community grows so quickly. We always have new people joining us, and there is a very important rule that we ask you to read the rules as you join the group, but there's a really important rule that makes this group a little bit different than maybe some other style groups and communities that you've been a part of, and that is that we do not give what's the word I'm looking for? Suggestions on other people's outfits unless it's requested. Even if your constructive criticism is meant with all the best intentions, it's only if they ask for it. It is so hard to put yourself out there and share a picture of yourself at all, to share a selfie, and to share an outfit. It's really intimidating. It's hard for me, and I do this for a living. I've been doing it for years, and I still cringe as I do it. And it's a very vulnerable thing to do, to put yourself out there that way. And I know that there are other style groups where the purpose of posting your selfie or your outfit is to get feedback, but that is not the primary purpose in this group. If you want feedback on your outfit, then put that in your post, and then all feedback must be worded kindly. If you need to start your post with, I probably shouldn't say this, or don't be offended, or I hope you don't take this the wrong way, something along those lines, then don't post it. Don't share. And if they didn't ask for it, don't share. This is a safe community. My number one goal is for all of you to feel welcome, to feel safe sharing, and to feel like you're among friends, and to feel safe in posting about your outfits or your picture. And that is why we have this rule. This is not the kind of community where all outfits are up for evaluation. And if that bothers you, then there's a better community out there for you. And I hope you can find it. But that is the rule in the group, and it is enforced very strictly. And Patty is the moderator, and she is a dear friend of mine. She does this just out of the kindness of her heart. She does this as a favor to support me, and she doesn't get paid for it. I've offered and she has declined me, but she just does this to be nice. And I want all of you to understand how much I value Patty, and that when she is moderating the group on my behalf, she is trying to be as fair as possible, and to help me with my goal of everyone feeling safe. And so I understand that you may not always agree with the choices that she makes, but I trust her, and And she's a very kind person with a very loving heart, and her intention is never to hurt anyone's feelings. So I hope you'll also give her the grace and compassion that that we all deserve, and that you understand her intentions are always to be supportive of the group as a whole. And if any feelings are hurt, it's never intentional. So I do want to bring that reminder up, because as the group grows so quickly, some of you may not realize what the rule is, or you're used to the rules in a different group. This is a really important rule. We want everyone here to feel safe and welcome, and to feel like they can come out of their comfort zone and share and be vulnerable in that way. It's very vulnerable. So anyway, every 6 weeks or so, I share a reminder like that, because we have so many new people. We're thrilled to have you, all of you. And I hope you do feel safe and welcome to share. And we're excited to be part of your life and for you to be part of ours. So today's style snack is a reminder. You know, I did not invent the term shop your closet. A lot of people talk about shopping your closet, and I've talked about it a ton myself. I talk about it a lot. If you have been around here very long at all, I may use that term every single week in some way. But as I was talking about it to someone recently, they were like, why should I even shop my closet? And the truth is, there's really nothing out there about why that I could find. I looked to see if there was a better resource, and just, well, just go read this article. I didn't find anything about the benefits of shopping your closet and the surprising reasons why shopping your closet will be your new secret weapon. And especially because I am coming from this experience of having just packed up my entire house to move across the country. I am currently in a state of mind where I may never buy anything else ever again. More than ever, I am inclined to wear what I already have and love. I don't want more stuff. The thing that I realized most of all, the lesson that I learned in this move is I have too much stuff. With 8 people and a dog, it's hard not to have a lot of stuff. But my word, if our truck never arrived, to be totally honest, I don't think I'd be that sad about it. I'd mourn my blender. I would buy a new one. I love that thing. That gets used 2, 3, 4 times a day. But all the things that I really love came with me in the car. And I've curated a capsule wardrobe of only my favorites. And even then, as I packed for this move, I purged more. And the questions that I asked myself as I was packing, because the more I packed, the more I was like, I don't want it. I don't want that either. I don't want that either. Nope. The more things we packed up in the house, I kind of wish we had packed in reverse, because when we packed, we were packing the stuff we really didn't use very often. And I wish I had done that last, because I may not have packed any of it, being completely honest. I may not unpack it. We'll just have to see. But the question that I asked myself as I was packing all of it, but specifically we're talking about my wardrobe, do I love it enough to pack it, move it out to the garage, then load it onto a truck, move it across the country, store it, because we're not in our house yet. We don't close until in September. So I have to pay to store all this stuff for 30 days, unload it, and unpack it again. We didn't hire packers because I wanted to purge, and packers can't purge your stuff for you. I didn't want to take everything we had. I have been wanting to purge my whole house again for some time now, and it hadn't made it to the top of the priority list. And this was the perfect opportunity to get rid of stuff. And so I didn't want someone else packing my stuff. I wanted to handle all of it and toss it. We got rid of so many things, and I wish I had gotten rid of more. And then I asked myself, would I be sad or replace it if it got lost in the move? No? Then out it goes. We talked last week, or last week I was driving across the country, but 2 weeks ago, we talked about shopping, the benefits of shopping from a list. And I do have a list. It's a very short list and some of these things have been on my list for a couple of years because I can't find the thing. But there isn't much on it. And I am even more content with my closet than I was before. Now, so if you've been around for a while, you know I talk a lot about shopping your closet. And each season with the classic wardrobe guides, one of the first style steps that we cover is how to shop your closet for items in the guide. And I intentionally create the guides around classic items that you likely already have. And then I add a few special items to refresh your wardrobe and make it feel new if you need that. But the purpose is not to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. I don't. I order everything that I'm putting in the guide so that I can check it for fit and color and quality. And then I do that try on for the members so that I can answer all their questions and help them with any ordering that they might want to do. I measure things, I give fit tips and recommendations. I compare colors, but I don't keep it. I keep a few things each season, but 95% of it goes back. I do not buy a new wardrobe. I've had people say to me, "You must have an enormous closet." Well, I had a pretty decent sized closet. I mean, I don't have an Instagram closet or a Pinterest closet. And one of the annual member bonuses for the society is they got a tour of my closet and my organization tips. But being totally honest, in our new house, and this is a dream house. I am so in love with this house, but my closet is even smaller than my last closet. And my last closet was a good sized closet, but this one's smaller, and I'm not sad about it because I don't want that much stuff. It's big enough for what I need, and it's still bigger than other people's closets, but it's not a huge closet. Actually, like I was thinking of how, now that I've got a different closet, I may end up needing to film a different closet tour, and I don't think I can because the width of it, the depth, it's long and narrow. I wouldn't be able to film it. You couldn't get the camera far enough away. You wouldn't be able to see anything. I can try to take a picture, but it's not a huge closet, and that is okay with me. More, and like when I saw it, some people might have been like, "Ooh, deal breaker," but I was like, "No, this is good. I'm good. This will fit my stuff, all the stuff I want, all the stuff I need." So with the fall wardrobe guide coming soon, you can be the first to know when it's available by joining the waiting list. The doors to the society only open for 9 days each season, and you don't want to miss it. And you can join it by going to stunningstyle.com/society. But I really want to talk to you about the benefits of shopping your closet. Like this whole packing and moving experience just has made it even more prominent as far as a good thing in my head. And I'm going to share 10 benefits, 10 reasons why you will see huge benefits from shopping your closet. So the first one is you will rediscover favorites. Have you ever dug into your closet to find something and you discovered other hidden gems along the way? I have. It's always a happy discovery. I totally forgot I had this. Now that my wardrobe is so much smaller and more curated, this really doesn't happen to me anymore because I can see everything I have and all of my gems get some time in the sun. But I remember that feeling when I just had a packed closet and I was just digging through and I'd be like, I totally forgot I had that. It's fun to bring new items into your wardrobe, but I honestly have found just as much satisfaction in rediscovering a forgotten favorite. it's kind of like finding money in the pocket of your jacket the first time you wear it for the season. It's actually your money, but it feels like free money. Has that happened to you? Is that just a me thing? For me, it's the same thing. Finding something you've forgotten you had in your closet is the same thing as finding money in your jacket. It's still mine. Like, I've already paid for it, but it feels free and it feels new. And when you shop your closet and you start going through and wearing all the things that you have, you find those old favorites. The second reason is shopping your closet will help you cultivate a working wardrobe. You had to write down, like, thinking, my stuff is on a truck. If I had to write down an inventory of my entire wardrobe, could I do it? How complete would that list be? Could you do it? Do you even remember what's actually in there? Shopping your racks instead of the store racks allows you to see what you actually have. And when you know what's in there, you can see if you have your basics. We talked about that earlier this year, that are the foundation of your wardrobe and the foundation of every outfit, because they allow you to wear all those special fun items. And as you shop your closet, you can see what isn't working in your wardrobe. Is there anything that you need that will allow you to make even more outfits with what you already have? And as you shop your closet, it's easier to identify the gaps that you have in your closet so you can create a working wardrobe. Or you find those forgotten pieces and you're like, there's not actually a gap at all. I have black ankle pants, or I have an awesome navy top. I just forgot it because it was hiding behind all this stuff that I don't really wear. And you can pull together a wardrobe that works for you largely from what you already own. But because you have a packed closet, those bridge pieces are either hidden or you don't know what you're missing and you're still struggling to create outfits. The third benefit is if you start to shop your closet, you can recognize trends in what you do and don't like. You'll rediscover your favorites and you're cultivating a wardrobe, and you'll start to see which items you reach for over and over again and which ones you keep passing over. What trends do you notice about the items that you wear the most? And what is the common thread among the things that you don't wear? And make note of them. So it's easy to look at the things that you wear now and say, well, obviously I like this and I don't like that. But really, you're probably reaching for them because they're in front of you. They're easy to see. They just came out of the laundry. They're the ones you've been wearing. And there could be a lot of things in your closet you actually would wear quite a bit if you knew they were there. And it would bring a more clear picture. So you're not necessarily wearing your favorite items right now. You're wearing what you can find. And if you start going through all of it, trying to wear all of it, you can see what you actually want to wear and make actual choices instead of defaulting to what you can get to. The next benefit of shopping your closet is you'll make fewer shopping mistakes. The process of going through your closet to start trying to wear what you already have will bring you so many insights about what you like that you'll make fewer shopping mistakes in the future. Instead of shopping aimlessly to fill an unidentified hole, you'll shop with purpose, like we talked about last time, shopping from a list and being intentional about your purchases, and purchase things that will actually help your wardrobe be more functional and complete and create more outfit options for you. I know that leaving empty-handed after hours of shopping can feel like a failure, and it's tempting to buy something, anything, just so you can feel like your efforts weren't wasted. But if you know what you're looking for, you'll come home with solutions instead of more frustration. And even if you come home empty-handed, you know that you didn't waste you didn't waste anything. You didn't come home with more trouble. You didn't find what you wanted, but you knew what you were looking for, so you know it wasn't there. The next benefit is it will help you get out of an outfit rut. I am never more creative with my outfits than when I pack for a trip. I always pack in a carry-on only, no matter where we're going or how long we're gone. And the options of how to mix and match this very small selection becomes even more obvious because there is less to distract me. This summer, we traveled for the entire month of June. And because we always had access to 7 tops, 5 bottoms, 1 dress, and 2 pairs of shoes, and then some swimsuits for the last week when we were at the beach. I mixed and matched those pieces over and over in ways that I never had before because that was what I had with me. And I came up with some new favorite outfits. The creative juices really start flowing and the possibilities become obvious when you narrow down the options. And sometimes when you narrow down the options, your options expand, if that makes sense. Think about how many recipes are made out of flour, water, and salt. Those 3 ingredients. There are so many different recipes that you can make just with those 3 things. Everything from pasta to different kinds of breads. And that could be from flatbreads to, those 3 ingredients are pantry basics that have sustained cultures across the world for millennia. And each of those cultures has come up with their own creative ways to use those 3 ingredients. And they all taste so different. And they're all so wonderful. I love pasta. I love bread products. I'm sorry if they're not your thing, but I'm amazed at how many different ways you can use flour, salt, and water to create so many different things. And it's the same with your wardrobe. When you narrow it down, sometimes your options really expand. And instead of reaching for the same bottoms to go with that same top again, other combinations become more obvious and new favorite outfits are born. And another thing is sometimes it's not that you don't like an item in your wardrobe, it's just that you're not even sure how to wear it in a way that you'll love. Not everyone is a mix and match dresser and shopper the way I am. There are a lot of women in the world who are outfit shoppers, meaning they purchase entire outfits and they only wear those pieces together. And so they buy a top and a bottom and a pair of shoes and accessories and a jacket and whatever, and those pieces go together. And they don't mix them with any of the other things. And neither is good or bad. It just is apples and oranges. Some women are this way and some women are that way. And if you're an outfit shopper, shopping your closet can help you get more ideas of how to get the most out of the pieces you do have in your wardrobe. So with the Stunning Style wardrobe guides, I curate this collection of 30 plus pieces, but then I give you 100 outfit combinations of how to wear those different pieces. And it inspires you. They're templates. You can wear them exactly as they are, or you can shop your closet and mix it up based on what you have and what you love. But it's inspiration for how to wear what you probably already own in ways that you've never considered. And that is something that I hear from members of the society all the time. I've had these pieces in my closet for years. It never once occurred to me to wear them these ways. And now my flour, water, and salt has a whole new recipe. They're wearing these pieces they've had for years in all new ways. It's like having a whole new closet because they've never considered these combinations before. The next benefit of shopping your closet is purging becomes effortless. It gives you opportunities to wear items that you've ignored or forgotten. And if you're intentional about going through and wearing each item, as each one comes off the hanger and you try it on, or even if you wear it for the whole day, focus on how you feel in it. Did you like it? Do you look forward to wearing it again? Or could you not wait to peel it off? Or did you not even make it out of the closet? You took it off immediately. If that's the case, then put it in the discard box instead of putting it back on the hanger and ignoring it for another year or 5. And if you loved it, then it goes back in the rack and you have piece enough that you love to wear, and you can start bringing that into the rotation of your favorite items. And suddenly purging your closet becomes an effortless task that happens one day and one item at a time, instead of a dreaded chore that overwhelms you so much that you shut down every time you consider getting started. The next benefit of shopping your closet is it's easy to get organized. As you work your way through your closet and release the items that you don't love, you discover these buried treasures and you refine your wardrobe by, recognizing what you do and don't like. You can put back the things that you're choosing to keep. And I really want you to think about that word choose. You're choosing to keep. Put them back in a way that helps you organize your closet in the way that you want to. You don't have to tear your whole closet apart and reorganize it all in one go. I mentioned that closet tour and my organization tips so you can see how I've done it. The annual members can have access to that video. I love watching stuff like that. I love getting new ideas. My closet is not the most perfectly organized or structured closet in the whole world. I have ideas that I love to share, but I love to see other people's ideas too. And I move things around. But as I do it, you can do it one little bit at a time. As you put things back, you might think, gosh, I think I am going to separate my seasons. And so you slide your stuff down the rack. And as you go through these summer items and the ones you decide to keep, you start putting them back over here in the summer section instead of frantically going through all the racks and pulling out every summer item all at once. And you just put it back one at a time. And then your closet gets organized step by step, the same way you're purging. Having an organized closet saves so much time because I know exactly where everything is and I can go right to it without having to sort through every single hanger. And I can't tell you how wonderful that is, especially because I have so many black things in my closet that if I were like, where's the black fill in the blank? If it weren't organized the way I have it, I would spend hours digging. The next benefit of shopping your closet is it helps you develop an abundance mentality. And if this sounds a little woo-woo to you, I want you to stick with me. When everything fell apart in March, the whole world fell apart this year. The news was full of scenes of people fighting over toilet paper in the aisles. Stories about people hoarding medical masks and empty store shelves. The whole world was huddled in fear and our minds were focused on scarcity. There's not enough was repeated over and over again. Our grandparents lived through that during the Great Depression and it stayed with them their whole lives. They held on to everything. Whether they wanted it or not, needed it or not, they kept it. And they wasted nothing, even if it was actually waste. The world would be a better place if we were all smarter with our resources. So don't get me wrong. There's a lot of waste that does happen in this world, but when we approach that from a scarcity mindset, it's based on fear, and we don't necessarily make better choices. When you shop your closet, you will be reminded that you have enough. There may be things you want. There may be things that would help your wardrobe feel more complete, but you aren't going without. You won't be naked and destitute. And shopping your closet keeps you in that abundance mentality, which means more abundance will come to you. When you are content and coming from a place of safety, you'll feel more satisfaction with what you have. And that anxiety of scarcity mindset is soul sucking. It's fear, and you don't need that. Shopping your closet reminds you that you have enough. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to want other things. I have enough, especially right now when we're still dealing with this scarcity over certain things. We have enough. We're okay. The next benefit of shopping your closet is it will save you money. So, we've talked about these things. How many times have you come home with a new top to realize that you have 3 others just like it that you'd forgotten about because they were hidden in the racks? Do you keep buying more things, trying to make your wardrobe work together because you don't really know what you do and don't have to create a functional wardrobe? Do the styles in your closet look like 10 different women share it because they're so different because you don't know what you really like? And is your closet a graveyard haunted by the ghosts of shopping mistakes past and their fluttering tags whispering of your failures? Can you even see what's in there? Shopping your closet saves money because you uncover what you have. You'll know that you already have 3 black V-neck t-shirts and you don't need to buy another one. You'll see what you actually have and be able to identify any gaps that you need to fill so that when you are shopping for something new, you're shopping very intentionally for something specific that will serve a purpose in your wardrobe instead of just picking up random things hoping it makes you feel better or solves your problem. Your style will become more cohesive as you weed out the items that you don't love, and your shopping mistakes will become fewer. And the abundance mindset will save you money because you don't buy anything that comes along just to buy something because this is the only thing that's available. I have to buy this because nothing else is coming. That's the scarcity mindset. And when you have the abundance mindset, you can say, that's not perfect for me. I don't love it. I'm going to wait until something better comes along. And that saves you money. It just does. And, with the wardrobe guides, I curate everything for you. I pull the whole wardrobe together. You have a list. You see how it all goes together with these outfits. And then the outfits go on a calendar. So you get a full rotation of the items in the guide. I walk you through the steps of how to shop your closet and curate your seasonal wardrobe with the style steps. And that saves money. We're shopping our closets. We're being intentional. We're shopping from a list. We're wearing the things that we have and that are part of our seasonal wardrobe. And we are being very intentional about it. I could give you more than 10 reasons why shopping your closet is a really good idea, but I'll stop with 10. And the last one is it saves you time. Instead of scouring the internet or the store racks for something new, look in your closet first to see if you already have something you love and forgot about. Get those creative juices flowing as you consider new combinations. You may already have exactly what you need, you just don't know it yet, and you can save yourself a whole lot of time and money by just looking in your closet first. So unless you've had a major life change, which that happens, we've talked about that a lot too. You have career change, or you become a mother, or you become an empty nester, you retire, you get a promotion, you change careers. Those kinds of things can really, really change what you need in your wardrobe, and they can be reasons why you would need a complete wardrobe overhaul, or maybe your weight has changed, or maybe that you moved to a different climate. I've moved to a kind of different climate, and as I was purging my winter wardrobe, I was like, I don't really need this big ski coat. It doesn't, well, I mean, there is skiing around here, but it's not like that skiing, and it doesn't get as cold. Like my needs are different in this climate. And so there were a lot of things that I got rid of because I just won't need them here. But there are reasons that you would need to get a reason the things in your closet may not serve your needs. But for many of us, you have more great things in your closet that will serve you than you realize. And you can save yourself hours and hours by starting with what you already have before you hit the stores. And that's true for all of us, whether you've had this major life change, or climate change or whatever or not. Starting with what you've already got will save you so much time. And if you still need to shop for something, you'll know exactly what you're looking for. Again, shopping from that list we talked about last time, and be so much more efficient. You won't be just wandering through aimlessly going, oh, that's kind of cute. Should I get that? Will that work? No. You know what you have. You know what you're missing because we've identified the gaps by shopping our closets, and you know what you're looking for. And maybe you're not looking for anything now that you've shopped your closet. You realize I have everything I need, and you don't have to fool with it at all. So there's nothing wrong with buying new things, and it's always fun to bring something new home. But I want you to know that can also be a frustrating cycle. And if you're shopping constantly, there's something going wrong in your wardrobe. And shopping your closet can help you see maybe what it is and solve the problem, or help you get closer to the solution. I would love to know what you think about shopping your closet. If you've had any great successes, if you've had frustrations with it, like what do you think about shopping your closet? What would you say are the top benefits of shopping your closet? Did any of these benefits really speak to you or inspire you? Are you going to start trying to shop your closet more? I want to know, let's have the conversation. This is my favorite part, the conversation that we have at this point, where I get to hear from you and we share ideas. So a Facebook user says, hi there. Well, hello. There's a link at the top that you can click that I should be able to see your name after that. Sometimes that still doesn't work, but otherwise it just says Facebook user. So if I can't see your name, I'm sorry. Annette says, thanks for making time for this week's style snack. Well, you're welcome. I love doing it. I love being here. I was sad to miss it last week, but I was driving through Missouri at the time that we would have been having our style snack. I just had to get here and get settled with my family before we could continue. But I enjoy being here, so I was sad to miss last week. Diana says, you look fantastic in red. Well, thank you. I love red. After black, white, and blue, red is my next favorite color. Suzanne says, good Thursday. Well, good Thursday to you too, Suzanne. Annette says, I've always felt that the point of the Perfectly Put Together course was to help us discover our own style preferences, not to be conformed to other people's style preferences. Love to see the selfies and get each member's style. Well, I'm so glad, Annette. And so Annette's coming from the Perfectly Put Together course Facebook group. And I really appreciate that, Annette. That is the goal, to help you discover your personal preferences, and not, there's no agenda there to try to get you to agree to some style that I have. It's really to help you find what you love, not try to convince you to love what I love. So I'm really glad. I appreciate that. Janine says, hi, April, where are you moving to? Hi, Janine. Janine's in Germany, so to where I'm from. So we are in Tennessee now, but we're in my parents' house. We're very fortunate that we have a safe, soft place to land while we wait to close on our new home. So we'll be staying with them for a few weeks while we close on our new house. Barbara's here from Germany as well. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad you were able to make it. A Facebook user says packing is traumatic. Oh my gosh, yes. And the farther we got into the process, I was just like, can we just have a bonfire in the backyard? I don't want any of it. Whatever it is, I don't want it. And every time someone would bring something to me, Mom, do you want me to pack this? I'm like, no, you don't even show it to me. I don't want it. Nope, not taking it. Yeah, packing is traumatic. Sarah says, hi, Sarah. You just mentioned how you order everything for the guides to try on. Don't forget to update your shipping address for your upcoming orders. I just had a mini panic on your behalf that things would go to your Utah house rather than your new locale. Thanks for continuing to think of us as a life change. Sarah, that is a very good reminder. I certainly need all the reminders. There are so many things going on right now. Registering the kids for school and finding them new sports teams and the house inspections and oh my word, that is exactly the kind of thing that could get forgotten. And even more so because my billing address hasn't changed. Like we put a forwarding thing on our mail, right? But we haven't called all of our, banks and credit cards and everything and changed our address. And so usually, it's that little checkbox, billing is the same as shipping. So that's a good reminder. I'm going to have to put in a separate address. So thank you for thinking of me, Sarah. I appreciate it because I do not need that kind of a hiccup right now. Just don't. Suzanne says, I have been wanting to get a neutral medium weight sweater coat to accessorize my clothes. Is this a good investment piece? Suzanne, anything that you'll get a lot of wear out of is a good investment piece. And that does sound like something that you would. It would be soft and cozy and stretchy and comfortable, which I think would be really important to you particularly. And if you'll get a lot of wear out of it in a neutral, always. And if the medium weight is right for your climate, definitely. So anything that you'll get a lot of wear out of is a good investment piece. But that one does sound like it could be a good one for you. Regina says, hold on, this whole thing bumped. Every time a new comment comes in, the whole thing bumps up, sorry. Okay, Regina says you look amazing today, April. Well, thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. I moved my dad's desk. I've taken over his office, and it was backed up to that. I can't make the thing that I'm pointing at. But I moved it here in front of the windows for better light and more space because this office is about to get really crowded with a bunch of packages. But the light really helps. Sitting in front of a window helps a lot, but thank you. Another Facebook user says, I'm looking forward to pulling out my fall stuff. I love fall and winter dressing. I know, what is it about fall? I think it's the season we all look forward to the most as far as wardrobe changes. I am too. It is still hateful hot here and humid. I can't even think about sweaters. I have to think about sweaters right now, but yeah, it'll be a while before I can really wear anything fall. But with the Stunning Style Society, one of the things I do in the fall is I create transition outfits so that you can start to get that fall vibe even when it's hateful hot outside. You're craving it, but the weather's not cooperating. So that's one of the benefits is these transition outfits, and the members and I all love them because we want to participate in fall even when it's not quite time. Julie says For several reasons, I have become committed to an abundance mindset recently in all areas of my life. There has been an outstanding difference in my mental state, the blessings that have come into my life, and my overall level of contentedness. It's so important. Julie, thank you for sharing that. I completely agree. It does sound kind of woo-woo, and but it's true. It really is true. When you have that abundance mindset, more things come to you. You're not clutching everything in fear. It releases so much anxiety and stress. It just frees you up for so much more things in every aspect of your life. It makes such a difference. It really does. Thanks for sharing that. Regina says, thanks for your advice and time today, April. Well, you're welcome, Regina. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you were here. Karen says, yes, I am shopping my closet more, still made purchases to fill in the blanks. Well, that's awesome. And because you're shopping your closet, you can see what those blanks are, right? You know what you're looking for. A Facebook user says, I found a great that was I actually love to shop my closet first. I'm cheap, so this fits me. I'm Denise. Denise, you know what? There are so many other words besides cheap that you could have a more positive connotation. Smart with your resources is a great one. There is nothing cheap about shopping your closet. It's smart. It's very smart. And like I said, when we were talking about that abundance mentality and how our grandparents went through the Great Depression and how they held on to everything, whether they needed it or not, or they wanted it or not, we all would be better off if we were smarter with our resources. The whole world would be like, there's so many issues happening in the world because of just waste and being wasteful and not being smart with what we have. And we all do it, right? The whole world is participating in this. But you're being smart. Shopping your closet is being smart with your resources, smart with what you have. That in a positive way, because when I hear you talking about finding that awesome jacket that was hidden inside, I just think, good for you, Denise. That's awesome. You're so lucky to have found that jacket. No, it's not luck. You were smart to go looking in your closet and shop your closet. Good for you. And look at what you got from it. Karen says your hair looks great. Oh my gosh, Karen, thank you. I can tell you that humidity and I have been becoming reacquainted. There's going to be an adjustment period, and I curled my hair. You would never know it. There's going to be an adjustment period, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Stacy says, yay, I'm in Missouri. Oh, yay, Missouri, I'm in Kansas City. Well, I drove through there for the third time this summer. Kansas City is like our, so if we're coming west to east, that's like our impossible goal, is to make it to Kansas City on the first night. The only way that happens if we are just like a machine with stops. And the girls and I came first with the dog. We couldn't be a machine, not with the dog and not with the two little girls. It just wasn't possible. My oldest would stay with the dog and take her for a walk and potty and water and give, and I would take the two little girls to the bathroom, and then we would switch and get gas and get food. Every stop took at least 30 minutes. So we only made it to Lincoln, but my husband and the boys made it to Kansas City on night one when they came. So yeah, Kansas City is awesome. I've driven through it so many times. I've never stopped to enjoy it, but it's beautiful to drive through. I love driving through Missouri. Sorry, this all bumped up again. If I miss your comment, I'm sorry. This keeps hopping on me. A Facebook user says, hey, I've been shopping my closet recently. I mostly found things that don't work for me now. I was able to see the gaps in my wardrobe. I did find a couple of items that I didn't know I had. Those are all wins. When you can find what doesn't work for you and get rid of it, it makes it so much easier to see what you do have and love. And now that you know the gaps in your wardrobe, you can shop intentionally for what you want, save time and money, and only bring home what will actually serve you. And now you have a few new hidden treasures. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Barbara says, for me, it's so great to take out what I have and have a critical look at things I haven't worn and find out the why. Barbara, exactly. Exactly. And it helps you prevent future mistakes. Barbara shared a post in the Stunning Style Society Facebook group today about a top that she tried on and a lesson that she learned about it based on the style steps we covered this season. And even though it's a fabulous top, she looks amazing in it. She's recognized that it's not really right for her. And so she's going to let it go. And yeah, so thanks for sharing that, Barbara. Stacy says, I've saved so much money by sticking to a list and shopping my closet first. The guides have also helped me narrow down my style twist, which eliminates a lot of purchasing mistakes. Stacy, thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad. It really does save you so much money to shop your closet first, shop from a list that you've made because you've shopped your closet, and then narrowing down your style with the wardrobe guides and the classic style twists. It really does. Once all of these things help you eliminate all those shopping mistakes, because now you know what you want, because you know what you have and you know what you like. So thanks for sharing that. Janine says, oh, nice. I can't wait to see your new house. Good luck with the move. Well, thank you. Thank you. Things have gone unbelievably, ridiculously smoothly. It's no small thing to move across the country, but I mean, we weren't even planning to go now. We didn't even list our house, and we got 3 offers in a week. And I mean, we didn't even get the house ready to sell. We skipped that whole part. We didn't have a realtor. Like, that whole traumatic part of selling the house never really actually happened. But our buyer wanted to be in before school started, so we just packed and left. And we found a house that we loved before we left. And we had, the being stayed with parents until we were able to close on this house. Like, it's moving is traumatic, but it could not have gone more smoothly than it has. I mean, we've been very blessed. It was meant to be. It's what we were supposed to do. So thank you. Things have gone really well. Julie says, the last time we moved, we gave or threw away over a third of everything. I love a good purge. I would say we'd probably have done the same thing. Yeah. It feels so good. Beverly says, please tell us about your next class. Beverly, which class would you like to know about? So the Stunning Style Society with the classic wardrobe guides and the style steps will be opening toward the end of this month. And that opens seasonally. It only opens for 9 days. So that's coming soon. And if you join the waiting list at stunningstyle.com/society, you'll be the first to know and you won't miss it. If you're talking about the Perfectly Put Together course, that is always open to join. And you can find that at, I think it's stunningstyle.com/PPT. I think I'll add the link after. I don't remember it off the top of my head. My brain is very full of other moving stuff. And then if you're talking about these style snack videos, those happen every Wednesday at the same time. So if that didn't cover what you were asking for, let me know. A Facebook user says, hey, I've been shopping my closet recently. I found a bunch of items that don't work for me anymore. I found the gaps in my wardrobes. I'm not sure if April can see this. I can see it. I can see your comment. I just can't see your name. But I'm really glad. Those are all great wins. I'm really glad that you're shopping your closet and you're getting those benefits. Lisa says, do you think there is going to be much fall inventory? Oh, Lisa, isn't that the question of the hour? I hope so. I hope so. This is just such an unprecedented time that we're living in. I don't know the answer to that question, but I really hope so. But regardless, there will be a wardrobe guide, and we will adapt. That's what we do, right? When challenges come to us, we adapt. So there will be a wardrobe guide. It may be the same kind of thing that I've been able to do all along, and we may have to pivot and get creative. So we'll see. I've started looking and started shopping. There's not a lot out there right now, but the fall stuff this is the time when it just starts hitting stores. So fingers crossed, right? Audrey says, rebuilding my closet after a life change and your tips help me be more careful about adding items so I don't build too quickly. Trying to only add items I love. Hard to walk away from the store empty-handed sometimes though. Audrey, I'm so glad. I'm so glad these tips are helping you, and there's no rush. I'm glad you're taking it slow and being so intentional about it, and only saying yes to the things you love. That's key. And it's not easy. It's not easy. We get impatient and we want to have it now. I get it. I've made that mistake. So I'm really thrilled to hear that you're taking it slow. And I do know it's hard to walk away from the store empty-handed sometimes though, but it can feel like a fail. But if you reframe that and think, no, it's a win because I didn't come home with anything I don't love. I didn't waste my money, and I'm not coming home with things that I'm not going to feel my best in. Those are all wins. Emily says, for those of us who live in warmer climates, it's hard to do any layering except for a few brief months, 2 months in my case. Now that you are living in a warmer climate again, will the style guides contain more options without layers? So, the wardrobe guides, just like most businesses, I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And that means staying in the middle ground. So I don't cater to the extreme cater to the cold temperatures. I'm trying to hit that kind of middle ground. With the fall wardrobe guide, as I mentioned there, I create these transitional outfits so that you can dress for fall. And this is going to be part of the style steps for the fall as well. Each season, the style steps are a little different based on the challenges of the season. And in the fall, the challenge is, depending on where you live, the weather can be very different. So like Marian shared earlier this week in the society, she lives in Canada. The leaves are already changing. Fall is happening now. And here it's in the high 90s in like 500% humidity. And any clothes are too many clothes, and fall won't really happen here until maybe October. And depending on the year, it could be late October. But those transition outfits help you dress for the season and the climate. You get to participate in the seasonal feel without having a heat stroke. And I do the same thing in the spring because it could still be snowing in March at your house, or April or May. In Utah, it snowed on Memorial Day before. Spring is just such an iffy season depending on where you live. So it's still going to be trying to help as many people as possible. And so it's not going to change a lot. I won't be wearing the layers until later, right? So now that I live here, I'll be wearing more transitional outfits for longer. And that's just how it is for me. So I won't be changing it to adapt to my personal situation. I'll still be trying to help the majority of the time. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope that answered the question. Let's see. Suzanne says frugal and intelligent shopping, not cheap. Agreed, Suzanne. Excellent. Excellent wording. Suzanne says, try visiting 100 plus degree Texas temperatures with humidity. Oh, I have. I lived 100 miles south of the equator for a year and a half. So humid, so hot. I thought I might die. I know. I know what it feels like. Yeah. It's no fun. And there was no air conditioning there. You adjust. Cindy says, welcome to Tennessee, April. We've lived in West Knoxville for the last 15 years. Well, thank you, Cindy. This is where I grew up. So it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back. My parents and some of my siblings still live here. So it's good to be back. Stacy says, we drove home to Kansas City from Salt Lake on a vacation, but stopped in Grand Junction, Colorado. Too tired to keep going. We take the northern route. It's shorter. If you ever do it again, you go up through Evanston, across Wyoming, through Nebraska, and then at Lincoln, you go south. It is brutally boring. There's nothing to look at on I-80, but it is shorter. And if you're prone, I mean, the Colorado drive is much prettier, but if you're prone to car sickness, that's not good either. We went through that one time. All the kids got sick and we never went 70 again. A Facebook user says, what is the difference between perfectly put together and stunning style? That's a society. That's an excellent question. I wish I could see your name. But so perfectly put together is a course, and it walks you through figuring out your style, what you love, what you like, what your preferences are in a very specific way, so that at the end you have this very clear document that says, I like this, I don't like this, I will wear this, I won't wear that, I prefer this with this and not this. I mean, there's no agenda with that one. I'm not trying to lead you toward a specific style. It is only about what you like, what you love. There's no right or wrong answer. It's all about you. Society is different because it is specific to women who love classic style. And there's the done for you portion where I curate the wardrobe. So I shop the internet. I pull together 30 to 40 pieces, and it's different every season, just when I feel like it's done. And I pull them together in one catalog. And there's a shopping portal, a custom shopping portal for members, and each item is in there, but then there are also other options. And so like this red t-shirt is from the summer wardrobe guide, and with this red t-shirt there were other options of red tops, and those are all in the shopping portal. And then I take those 30 to 40 pieces and I take all those outfits and I put them on monthly wardrobe calendars, so you don't even have to pick your outfit for the day. And there are some articles in there that help you use the guide, and just some different ideas. There's a shopping list in there so that you can shop your closet, see what's in there, you know what you're looking for. And then, so that's the done for you portion of it. And then the style steps are every week in that Facebook group, I go live and we go through a style step where I guide you through the process of curating your seasonal wardrobe. And the steps are a little different every season based on the needs of the season. And by the end of the season, you should have a fairly curated wardrobe for the season. And if you don't have it all, you have a list of what you're missing, what the gaps in your wardrobe are, and a list so you can check out the end of season sales or wait for the next year. And so we do this whole part together. So the society is specifically for women who love classic style. There's this whole done for you part that I've done all the shopping and everything for you. And there's a members only website And so you can see all the style steps there whenever you want to. You can download your calendars, you can download your wardrobe guides, but it is specific to classic style. And it's very specific to the color palette that you see me wear. You could call it a winter color palette, but bold, pure hues. Stop sign red, black, white, navy, silver, cobalt blue, construction worker orange. The colors are bold and vibrant, but it's the whole wardrobe guide is minimal classic. And then I show you how to incorporate your classic style twist so that you can customize it to make yours. So I hope that helps. And a lot of my members do both because they're both helpful. They have different purposes. So a lot of them do both of them, and they get a lot of benefits from each. If you have more questions, let me know. Janine says, what? Wow, that's amazing. I wish I knew what you were referring to, but good. Suzanne says, God was working out all the details about your move. Absolutely. Like divine intervention. There's no other way to describe how this whole thing has gone down, because this was not on our radar. It's what we were meant to do. It's what we were asked to do. And the way the path was cleared, the Red Sea was parted, and we've walked across unscathed. It's like, it's been miracle after miracle. Catherine says, I want to be on the list. Thank you for your input, learning, and purging. Oh, well, great. So Catherine, if you go to stunningstyle.com/society, you can be on the waiting list and you'll know as soon as the doors open. And I'm really glad that you're learning a lot. Thanks for joining me. Regina says, even Canada has many different climates. Here on the West Coast, it's like Seattle, but 10 hours north. Summer is about 2 months long. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Canada's huge. There are so many different climates there. Marion lives in northern Canada, I believe. If I'm wrong, Marion, you can tell me, but I'm pretty sure she does. So where she lives in Canada, the leaves have already started turning. But yeah, I mean, Canada's enormous. There's so many different climates there, just like here. Irene says, I have a hard time choosing colors that work for me. I tend to end up defaulting back to black, but it seems pretty harsh against my coloring help. Well, Irene, in the Perfectly Put Together course, one of the bonuses is a quick and easy way to find your best color palette. And so you can check that out. I think the link is stunningstyle.com/PPT. But the members love that bonus. It's really good. So if you're struggling with that, that is a resource that I have to help you. Barbara says, do I need to sign up again for the fall wardrobe guide if I'm paying monthly? No. And thank you for reminding me of that, Barbara. I mean to say that every time. If you're already a member of the society, an active member, you do not need to join the waiting list. You're already taken care of, and you'll get an email as soon as the wardrobe guide, and members always get the wardrobe guide first. Before the doors open, members get it. So you'll get an email saying, Barbara, the fall wardrobe guide is here, and here is your information to log in, and here's how you get it. So you don't need to join the waiting list again if you're already a member of the society. And that's one of the perks of being a member. You get it first. So yeah, thanks for asking that, because I forgot to mention that, and that's really important. You're not the only one who has that question. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. Those are all the comments I see. I apologize if I missed yours. They don't always show up for me here, and I see them afterwards. Sorry, I see a new comment, but I don't understand it. I think maybe autocorrect has taken over here. So I don't really understand what that means. But anyway, I I want to thank you for joining me, especially because this is not our normal day. And I always enjoy this midweek break with you. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I am looking forward to joining you again next week and maybe having more news about our move and that we're moving soon, or than we hope, or at the very least on time. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate that you take this time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I will see you soon.